What's up, guys? I got some TCGO here. Shaymin, Cofagrigus, y'all know the deal. But before we begin, linky doodle in the description. You guys know how that works. So I've been tweaking my build for it just because I don't really have all the cards I need for it in real life, like my previous build of it. So I was like, okay, we'll revise it. I don't really need Getsis in there. I don't really need Rock Guard in there. I need extra damage. And then the other thing I'm running into is like, how do I get my Yamask out quickly? But going back to the linky thing really quick, yeah, there's a link in the description in case you only subscribe for TCGO. That lets you vote for me in a contest for a concert. If I get enough votes, I get to go. So I'm just trying to hold the #1 spot for like the next month and a half, which I honestly think I can do. But that being said, we'll just jump off of that and we'll jump onto this. From now on, I will just refer to it as said linky thing. So, first take it in my hand, because I start with it in my opening hand. It lets me go first, which is pretty cool. And it looks like he's got some kind of, I'm guessing, Deoxys bear tick thing, which is pretty scary. I go for a laser right there just because the only way he's going to be able to free treat it, or to retreat it, is with the float stone in order to get the free treat off of that. So, I decide I might as well try to laser it to get the heads on it, because free retreat won't work if you're asleep anyways. So, just gonna ultra ball away some stuff and then just get some stuff. Overall, like, I am not too pleased with what I ended up junipering into, and that's been a recurring theme all day, where I just juniper into absolute garbage, and I don't get why, because I ordinarily love that card. It just, okay, let's throw away crap and we'll get completely new stuff. It is a brand new chance at redemption, and it just turns out, well, it's a pile of shit. So I do get a what am I getting right here? I do have the Laserbank to get rid of his Frozen City, because I am going to want that. And I don't know whether or not I am actually going to end up promoting the Shaymin. I think I'm going to promote another Yamask immediately after this, but I'm going to evolve the bench one, because honestly, if I knock out the active one, then I just promote the bench one, so it really doesn't make a difference either way. The thing I do want to do is, I believe I want to put 2 on the Deoxys to bring it down to 150. Multiples of 30 are really Shaymin friendly, and then I'm also going to put 1 randomly on Thunderous for no reason at all. I guess my main reason for not putting 1 on Keldeo is because it actually goes in multiples of 60, because it's weak to grass. So if it's above 120, you might as well go in for the 180 with the Revenge Blast, just because it does 30 plus 30 for every prize card your opponent has taken. Really late game, it's devastating, but before that, the thing I tried to do is I tried to accelerate that late game scenario as quickly as I can with this deck, and it's beautiful. So, getting on the Shaymin out, I only run 3. I've been really tempted to run 4, but starting out with it is something is not terrible, but I would like to start out with Emolga, so I may tweak my list to add some more Emolgas and hopefully end up with that, maybe 1 more. Tops. I don't know, I'm at 1. I feel weird when I run more than 1. But right here, I take a little bit of time to figure out what I want to do here, because I want to get the math exactly right, because I know I can computer search for a Cofagrigus right now, getting rid of a Laserbank and an energy switch. I don't really need to power up the other Shaymin right now, because it's the only thing that has energy on right now that can really do some damage aside from Deoxys. But I know he has 110 HP right now. The laser at the end of the turn technically puts him down to 80, and my Revenge Blast will be doing 90 in the first place. So I'm gonna put everything down. I probably should have brought that Thunderous down some more, but I think I just end up deciding to Revenge Blast that thing as is, and then that's more or less an even knockout there. So only get 1 prize off of that. That's cool. I don't want to be taking too many prizes, because the other thing I love about this deck is the end manipulation it has over your opponent. The quicker you knock out your Cofagrigus, the more you can end them out into a worse hand, which is better for you. So I did get a Yamask off of the prizes, which is pretty cool. I can kind of keep this thing up, and his Raiden Knuckle. Raiden, I really need to just stop right now. It is not Raiden, it is Raiden Knuckle. But I don't have any more Yamask, which is like, yikes, I've never operated with this low of a number. The one thing I do want to do right now, just to get some quick prizes, I have a Juniper in my hand. If I did not have the Juniper in my hand, I would not be going for this play. But quick count on the amount of prizes right there. I've taken two prizes, all you need in order to knock out a Keldeo in one shot. So quick catcher, do that, and I get myself a Cofagrigus and a Yamask. Definitely the right 2 prizes to pick right there, because I can auto knock out one more of my things and then set up something else to be knocked out, and all he's doing is just ride and knuckling and bringing back some energy. So do that. I really wish Cofagrigus had 10 HP less, because that would make it level ballable, and that would make this whole deck concept perfect. But of course, it is not level ballable, making it just that much harder in order to get away with these shenanigans. But I'm going to go for a laser on that one. And then I think I might be burning another level ball. I could be doing that. Or I think I might be putting the damage counters on Thunderous right now. Let me think. Put 2 on that, 2 on that. Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't need to put any more damage counters on the active Thunderous because it's still poisoned, so Laserbank is still in effect, and it'll clean up the last 30. And I like my knockouts in this match to be even. So, with the 2 I put on it earlier from Cofagrigus, and then the laser, and then some other stuff, I take myself 2 more prizes, which is absolutely fantastic. So, he's got a bear tick in here. Doesn't have any damage counters on him, so powerful drop actually cannot do anything. Or no, what is it? It's the first attack that does 20 times the number of damage counters on it. That doesn't do anything. I think the secondary attack is Glacier Drop, and that does 90. And then look at this guy. He just knocks out my Shaymin, and then just doesn't even give me the opportunity to respond immediately after. For all he knows, I could have not had a single grass energy on that one. Hello. Okay, but he just decides, hey, fuck your Shaymin, I'm out of here, and just runs. Alright. Okay, we'll go with that. What was I going to say here? So, we got another game going on. I don't remember how long it takes me to get into it. But to be completely honest, I'm kind of burnt out with these lower tier decks kind of thing. Lately, I've been kind of in a competitive mood in general, both on Showdown and both on TCG. I've been playing Standard a lot more in terms of both of those, so maybe just kind of flip-flop onto that for a little bit. But I'm kind of running out of ideas for, like, not tier 1 stuff in TCGO, so I'm just like, what the hell do I do now? Do I want to play this crap again and go for another string of losses? I'm just losing a standard crap. The one thing I've noticed that I have not played in my channel in a nasty, disgusting long time is Darkrai, so I may consider playing that for a couple of weeks, because it is the one thing I am considering taking to the I think it's either the grinder or the last chance qualifier, whatever it might happen to be at Worlds. But I'm going with Fizzy Stardust, and we're going to play, and I think I could be mistaken. I had somebody tell me this at League, but top 8 in that tournament gets into Worlds regardless. I feel like that's wrong, but whatever. So I think I ended up going first on that. Either way, we're just going for funsies. And I mean, I was like, you can come up here and stay here if you want. But if that happens to be true, then great. There's just going to be a lot of people there. A lot of street passes for my 3DS. Hell yeah. Going to be a lot of people there to battle on the video game, hopefully. And then a lot of people to battle in the trading garden game as well. So it's just going to be a big gathering of people. Don't necessarily have to play in it to have fun. But the one thing I do want to play over there is Darkrai, because I have most of the cards for it. And it's still really freaking good. I just need Keldeos in real life, but that's not really that big of a problem. So this is looking right now like it's a dedicated Lugia Deoxys deck, which is terrifying. I'm not sure if you guys watched Puka's take on freaking Shaymin Cofagrigus the other day, but freaking got blasted by Lugia, and just half the game lost right there. But it's not that bad if you have a backup Shaymin, because holy crap, does that power it up by a lot or what? So right here, trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I think I decided to just drop an energy on that one, and just to have it ready to energy switch. I like having energy on the field in order to be able to do that. After, I think, the 18th energy switch is going to be out of format, so I might as well get some fun with this deck. Put down another one of those. Put down an Eviolite. I think I'm burning. No, I'm actually getting another Yamask. How about that? That means my Molgus prized once again. Right here, what am I doing? So I can go for 6 feet under, and then I can just... Am I putting... I think I'm putting 1 on the Lugia and then 2 on the Deoxys, which actually makes it another even 30 multiple. But because he's poisoned, it's kind of whatever. Laserbank only helps with the 30 multiple, which is why it wasn't present before and it is now, because I don't know why I wasn't running it. It was pretty cool. So, what do we have here? We have... I totally forgot. So he's just powering up that Lugia, and there's really nothing I can do about it, especially if he manages to hit the Keldeo and the Floatstone or the Switch. Based on the fact that he puts down the Thundurus, I don't think he runs Keldeo in this deck at all, and I think, as a matter of fact, the man runs Switches, because he's going for the Chorus Machine right now, and there are fucking those dogs out there need to shut up right now. But anyways, as I look towards my window angrily, he pops a Switch, and he just pops me for 140, and just like that, I've lost half the game. But I'm actually not that concerned with this, because I did leave damage on him from earlier, and that just, bam, 150. And all of a sudden, although he has 2 prizes left, he has nothing that can reliably attack right now. So I get an Ultra Ball and Cofagrigus off of that. The Cofagrigus, me getting that is huge if he doesn't get a knockout right now. Means that I will more than likely, if he does not hit a catcher, be able to just Cofagrigus and then 180 everything until I can't 180 no mo. Meaning that everything on the field is EX, so I can one-shot it, assuming it has an Eviolite on it, and just, like, the game will be over in 2 turns at this point. Less than 2 turns guaranteed, unless he... Actually, no. No, that's pretty much it. Unless he lasers, I was going to say. If he lasers, then puts me to sleep. But even still, that would probably guarantee the kill on the Shaymin quicker. So, just like that, I've set up a scenario where the game will be over in less than 2 turns. And he's just plus power. Freaking Professor Juniper going in on this hit. The Thundurus, if it gets an energy on it this turn, will do 90. Because it does 30 base, 40 Oxys on the bench, and then 2 plus powers, which is just like, oh, that is terrifying. But he whiffs the attachment on it. I guess he just really wants to power up the Lugia. Here, I make a mildly large misplay that definitely could have cost me the game. Just because I go for that, and then I just knock myself out for some reason. My thinking here was that it has the most energy on it, and that's what he wants to load up. But honestly, thinking about it, I'm pretty sure the game would have ended for me regardless. Just because if I did not capture this thing up, he probably could have promoted it next turn and just Chorus Machined. He has 7 cards in hand. He has the means to do it. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned some stuff in the chat right now that I should not be saying. But what we're getting to right now, oh my god. So, I think he needs a plus power and a laser and a Laserbank. I surprisingly did not get it in play here, but hey, that's a thing. So, I think I am just talking to him right here. I was saying, oh god, yeah, that was really risky, but I did not realize that I would have been fucked either way, because all he needed was the attachment and the Switch. So, just kind of typing some useless garbage here. And then I believe I just decided to take it back. So, game's over at this point. All I really have to do, because he just missed out on the KO, is just Revenge Blast for the game. So, taking freaking lots of prizes. Super cool. Super awesome. Shaymin Cofagrigus doing the thing. It's not the best deck, but it definitely is a fun deck. I played it at League on Tuesday night, and that's actually why I didn't upload, because I was at League, and I was like, okay, I might as well play this thing and then see how it works out. It went undefeated, which was magnificent. I even played a Blastoise deck with Tropical Beach. I did not know he was playing Blastoise until he flipped him over. I ended up going first because I had the first ticket. And let me tell you how freaking surprised he was. He was like, what is going on here? It was magnificent. But that's it for this. I'm probably going to be playing some tier 1 garbage on this channel for like the next 2-3 weeks up until Fizzy comes up here. And then once he does, there'll be some Worlds vlogging and then possibly some TCG in real life, depending on how many decks he decides to bring as well. It'll be all happy fun times early August, and then early September as well. We'll be getting into some good stuff there too. So that should do it for this, and I guess I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Bye.